Good afternoon once again. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Reverend Mary Jo Harrison, and I'm coming to you live from the United Church Manse here in Greenwood, the Greenwood United Church Manse in Baddeck, Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm coming to you from our house because I'm going to be reading a story that will be part of our special worship service tomorrow that will be hopefully viewed, if not now, then tomorrow morning by the folks that are joining us for worship. And I'm doing it from the house because I wanted to have a special guest to help me tell the story. I have him right here. I'm just going to show you for a second. This is our pet rabbit, Roger. And he's going to help me tell the story by sitting and listening. And I'll probably be talking to him a little bit while I read the story to everybody. And the last time I tried to do a video like this, I tried to do it at our dining room table, and Roger wasn't very comfortable doing that. So I'm going to put him in his carrier right next to me, and he'll listen along to the story as I read it. I'm just going to put Roger in here. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. I'm just going to put you in your carriage. That's a good. Got lots of hay in there to eat, so I'm going to just close the door. The story today is called Leo the Lost. I've had this book ever since I was a very little girl, and I thought it would be fun to read it as part of our service tomorrow that will be celebrating both Pride Sunday and the 95th anniversary of the United Church. So we'll see it here. Let's begin. Leo the Lost. In a warm, gentle corner of a soft green forest, a whole bunch of bunnies were born. There were so many baby bunnies, you almost wouldn't believe it. There were white ones, brown ones, even some with spots, and every one of them had a little pink nose, fluffy white tail, and two pointed ears that stood straight up in the air. All of them, that is, except Leo the Lost. And here's Leo. Now, it wasn't that Leo didn't have a little nose or a fluffy tail, or he did. What he didn't have, though, was ears that stood straight up in the air. Instead of standing up, they hung straight down. That really didn't matter to Leo, because he thought he was just as normal as could be. Besides, couldn't see his ears anyway. I don't know, they look pretty good to me. What do you think, Roger? Yeah, you're stuffing your mouth full of hay, so that's a sign you think things are good. Okay. Day by day, as the rabbits got older, they began to notice that Leo was slightly different. The more they looked at him, the funnier it seemed. It got so bad that the entire burrow of bunnies would roll on the ground, holding their sides in fits of laughter every time Leo walked by. So you can see the bunnies on the ground and Leo up at the top. So they did that every time you walked by. Now Leo was very confused. He didn't see anything funny about the way he looked. His fur was the same. His tail was the same. As far as Leo was concerned, he was perfectly normal. Finally, out of frustration, he asked, "How come you guys are always laughing at me?" For a moment, the other rabbits tried to be serious, but they just couldn't hold back the laughter. One of the rabbits finally blurted out, "Your ears, you dope! They drag on the ground. You just aren't normal." Leo looked down, and sure enough, there were his ears dangling in the dust. He looked pretty sad. I guess Leo was kind of hurt. He really didn't feel any different than the other rabbits, but because his ears hung down instead of up, he just wasn't normal. He thought. All I need is to exercise a little bit, and my ears will stand up just like all the normal rabbits. So, with that in mind, he struggled and strained, trying to make his ears stand up. Unfortunately, the best he could do was to get them to stick straight out on either side of his head, and he could only do that for about a minute. Then, no matter how hard he tried, they would flop back to the ground in a puff of dust. And there he is. The illustrations of this are just beautiful. Well, thought Leo, that didn't work. Maybe if I show my ears which way to go, they'll get the idea and go that way on their own. Very carefully, he climbed a tree, and after cautiously hooking his hind legs around the branch, he dangled over the ground upside down. Sure enough, his ears hung straight down. Now I gotta say, Roger, don't you ever try that, okay? No, you don't climb trees. You stay on the ground. Got it? He's eating his hay. He's ignoring me. I almost forgot to show you Leo hanging from the tree. Leo must have hung that way for nearly an hour when a voice made him look around. "What you doing that for?" spoke the voice. Leo looked around, and there, right before him, hanging from another branch, was a possum. "Well," said Leo, feeling a little foolish, "I'm hanging upside down, so my ears will learn which way they're supposed to go, so I can be a normal rabbit." "What's normal?" asked the possum. "Before, when I saw you on the ground, your ears looked normal then. Now they look upside down." Leo thought and thought. And you know, he didn't have an answer. So with a flip, he dropped to the ground. He thought. If my ears going down are normal, then the other rabbits with their ears going up aren't normal. The more he thought about the other rabbits, the funnier it became. With a laugh and a giggle, he raced off to tell them what he had discovered. What do you think he's going to tell them, Roger? You've only heard me read this story 100 times, so you know. Okay, we'll let everybody else find out, but just keep listening. In bursts of laughter, he told the other rabbits what he had found out. At first, they didn't know whether to believe him. Then they started to look at one another and realized that Leo could be right. Oh dear, what are we going to do? They cried. I've got an idea, said one of the rabbits. He picked up 2 big rocks, and with some twine, he tied them to the ends of his ears. Sure enough, with all that weight, his ears began to droop lower and lower until they reached the ground. Seeing his success, the other rabbits ran around picking up rocks and tying them to their ears. Everything would have been all right, except for one small problem. The rocks and ears kept getting all tangled up in tails and feet, so all was confusion, with bunnies lying in a dusty heap. This isn't going to work, they said. There has got to be a better way. Maybe, said a little furry bunny. If we showed our ears the way they should be normally, they would go that way naturally. So, they all very carefully climbed a tree, and after tying their ears to the branch, they gently hooked their legs and swung over, hanging upside down. Sure enough, every one of those bunnies' ears hung up instead of down. There they are. Y'all look like Leo now. They must have hung that way for a long time when a voice made them look around. What you doing that for? Asked the voice. They looked, and right before them, hanging from a branch, was that very same possum. Well, they said, feeling a little dumb, we're hanging this way, so our ears will be normal, like Leo's. What's normal? Asked the possum. Before, when I saw you all on the ground, your ears looked normal then. Now they look upside down. They all thought and thought. And they couldn't answer the question either. Carefully, they untied their ears and flip-flopped to the ground below. Bunnies. The rabbits thought and thought. If we're normal, and Leo is normal, then normal is whatever you are. With a hop and a giggle, they raced off to tell Leo what they had learned. After listening to their story, Leo had to agree that normal is whatever you are. And from that day forward, the rabbits of the burrow lived very normal lives in the soft, warm forest. So if you are a rabbit and your ears go up or down, try to remember Leo and the lessons that he found. Leo did still have one small problem. His ears always drooped in his sleep. That picture at the very end is my favorite because you get to see Leo's big brown eyes. Beautiful brown eyes. Roger has brown eyes. Some bunnies have brown eyes. Some bunnies have black eyes. Some bunnies have blue eyes. And some bunnies, some white bunnies, have pink eyes. And you know what? Just like with your ears, whether they go up or down, they're all normal. They're all beautiful. It's just like with us with humans. No matter what color we are, what we look like, who we live with, who we love, we're all normal and we are all loved just as we are. I thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the service and the rest of your day today and tomorrow. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Stay healthy. From Roger and I, thank you.